Hello friends, in the today's class we are discussing about a Gauss Seidel method. Gauss Seidel method. As we in the previous video we have discussed about what is load flow analysis. So this is the study of getting a solution for different load flow equation by performing iterations. By performing iterations which gives you those equations are used to learn about the stability of a system. Stability of a system. And Gauss Seidel is the one of the method which you use to get the solution for load flow equation by performing iterations. By performing iterations, uh, there are different other methods where you can get a solution for the load flow equation by performing the iterations. So this is one of the method which can give you the solution accurately by using its algorithm, by using its flowchart. Fine. And these are the contents what we are going to discuss in the today's class regarding Gauss Seidel method. You are going to discuss about the algorithm, the flowchart, and a problem, and also the what are the advantages and disadvantages of this method when compared with the other methods. When compared with the other methods. Coming to the first slide, it's going to give you the procedure how to solve the load flow equation in different steps by using an algorithm. In the first step, you are going to assume a value of a slack bus voltage. In the first step, you are going to assume a value of a slack bus voltage, as we have discussed in the previous thing, that is nothing but load flow studies, where the value of slack bus can also be called as a reference, but you need to assume the value of voltage which can be taken as 1 plus j0, which can be taken as 1 plus j0. Coming to the second step, you need to assume suitable value of a convergence criteria, that is nothing but the value of sigma. And in the next step, you need to set the value of iteration value, that is nothing but k as some 0. In the step 4, you need to take the value of bus count. If the number of buses are equal to 2, you need to consider it as 2. If the number of buses are 1, you need to consider as 1. And in the fifth step, you need to check if the slack bus, check for the slack bus. If the slack bus go is okay, then you need to move to the step 12, or else you need to come back to the previous procedure. In the step 6, you need to check for the generator bus. If it is generator bus, then you need to move to the next step, otherwise you need to go to the 9th step. So not only the algorithm, you can solve the program, you can get the solution for the load flow equation easily by using the flowchart of a Gauss Seidel method. Now we are going to discuss about the algorithm of a Gauss Seidel method, and these are the steps you need to follow when you are solving a load flow equation by using a Gauss Seidel method. These are all the 14 steps what you have, and that is the algorithm procedure what you have studied now. Now we are going to study about the flowchart. Now we are going to study about the flowchart. As we have discussed earlier, first you need to take the value of a slack bus as a reference, that is nothing but 1 plus j0. You need to set the value of a generator bus. Based upon that, by using this flowchart, you are going to perform the number of iterations, that is from k equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, taking the value of base value of k as k equal to 0. K equal to 0 as she has shown in this particular figure. This is the flowchart, and based upon this you are going to get the solution for this. These are the 3 slides which gives you the flowchart of a Gauss Seidel method. And this is the problem given here. Coming to the advantages and disadvantages of a Gauss Seidel method, it has a simple calculation, less memory requirement, and it is useful for only small systems. You can't perform an iteration for a large interconnected power systems to get the solution for a load flow equation by using Gauss Seidel method. Why? Because the number of iterations performed for this method is very large. Coming to the disadvantages, requires large number of iterations, not suitable for large systems. The convergence time increases the size of a system. We will move to the previous slide. We are going for the algorithm procedure once again. So in the first step, to solve a load flow equation by using Gauss Seidel method, you need to assume a slack bus voltage, that is where the value of slack bus is considered as 1 plus j0. In the second step, you need to have a suitable value of convergence criteria, that is nothing but the value of sigma. And in the third step, you need to set the value of iteration. where the iteration is denoted by a letter k, you need to set the value of k as 0 at the earlier, and in the next step you need to set the value of bus count, that is nothing but p as some value. In the next step, check for the slack bus. The meaning of check for the slack bus is nothing but whether the value of slack bus value is taken as 1 plus j0 or not. If it is a slack bus, then you can move directly to the step 12 without performing the steps 6 to 11. In the next step, you need to check the value of a generator bus. If it is a generator bus, that is, if it is not a slack bus and if it is considered as a generator bus, you can go to the step 9 without performing a step 7 and 8. In step number 7, you are going to calculate the reactive power by using these equations QP, where it is continued like this. In the step 8, you are going to calculate the value of the phase value of bus voltage, the phase of a bus voltage. In the step 9, the value of voltage for the load bus can be calculated as follows, that is, which represents Vp to the power of k plus 1. In the step 10, you are going to calculate the acceleration factor, which can be used for the faster convergence of this method. In the step 11, you are going to repeat this, and you need to repeat the steps 5 to 11 until bus voltages are calculated. These are steps 13 and 14, and you need to perform the iterations from 5 to 6 or 6 to 7 or 13 to 14 until you get the solution for a given load flow equations by using this method. Coming to the references, these are the different books where you can use to know the study of, or else you can to study about the Gauss-Seidel method, or else any other iteration methods. Fine, thank you.